Welcome to part 6 of the game build for Game Maker. The UFO game, that is our asteroid style game. Let's go ahead and start adding some more difficulty and a few more tricks. First of all, it'd be kind of cool if the large meteor would break apart into 3 medium size when hit, and the medium meteor break into 3 small meteors when it's hit. Let's go ahead and see how to do that. First, we're going to go ahead and open up our properties dialog box for OBJ photon. We're going to select the existing collision with the large meteor. We're going to drag create instance into our action panel. We're going to apply it to other, and what we're going to create is OBJ meteor medium on an X and Y. Click the relative and click OK. If I had set for it to create random, they would all be heading in the same direction. So what I want to do is I'm going to actually duplicate this 3 times. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that instance and then paste it 2 more times. So now those will actually be 3 random objects that will be flying off. We also want to place these inside the block. When those instances destroy, these 3 objects will now appear, and then the block ends and we set the score. We're going to do this again for meteor medium. And this one is going to be other, and this is going to be small meteors. Relative, okay. We're going to copy that, and we're going to paste that 2 more times. And once again, place that within the block. Now once you blow up a small meteor, there's nothing smaller, so we're going to keep that there. Let's do Command S to save, and let's test that out. So every time we hit a medium or a large meteor, they should explode into other meteors. Whoa. So now we actually have 3 meteors that'll break off the one. Once we do finish shooting down all the meteors, we do want to be able to spawn more meteors. So let's go ahead and set that up right now. We're going to go ahead and create one more sprite, and this is going to be a black hole. So let's go SPR black hole. We're going to load the sprite of our black hole. And we want to animate this sprite. So we're going to go to Edit Sprite, and we're going to have it rotate counterclockwise. And we're going to make this rotate 90 frames. Click OK. And that's looking pretty cool. So let's go ahead and accept that, and we're going to click OK. And now we're going to go ahead and click on Create an Object, OBJ Black Hole. We're going to select the black hole sprite. OK. Let's go ahead and open up our room. And we're going to place that black hole in the upper left corner. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on it right out here. If I hold the Option Control, I can actually move that a little further away from the corner. So we'll have our black hole spinning right out there, and what's going to be happening is that will then spawn new meteors when we blow up the last 2 large meteors. So let's go ahead and click OK for that. In fact, let's go ahead and make sure that we center the black hole so the meteors will come out from the center. Click OK. And now we need to set a counter so we know when we have destroyed both large meteors so we can spawn 2 new large meteors. We're going to click on OBJ photon, and we're going to click on the existing collision with the large meteor. And at the bottom of the block, we're going to add a control where we will set a variable. And this is going to apply to other. And the variable is going to be called argument. This is actually one of the preset variables in Game Maker. And we're going to set the value to 1, and this is going to be relative. Now when the game starts, the argument's automatically set to 0, so anything we do from this point, it would actually increment by 1. So there's 1, and we're going to set this at the bottom of our block. When a meteor is hit, we'll actually set that argument to 1. Now at the bottom of the action, we need to test the variable. So we're going to grab a variable test, and it's going to be argument, and it's going to be set to other, and if the argument equals 2, then something is going to happen. So whatever follows that argument is what will actually take place. So we're going to start a new block. In fact, let's pull this down so we can see more space. We're going to start a new block under that, and what's going to happen is it's going to create an instance, and the instance is going to be set to other, OBJ meteor large, and we actually need to find the coordinates of that black hole. We're going to come back and fill that in. Let's go take a look and find out where that black hole falls. Let's click OK here for just a moment. Go to Room. And our black hole actually moved. Let's go ahead and move it back into place. There we go. And at this point, the point value here would actually be 8080. And that's what we're looking at. See the 8080 in the bottom of the screen when I hold my cursor there. So let's go ahead and close the room. We'll save the changes. Let's go back to the OBJ large collision with the large meteor. So we're going to set the X to 80 and the Y to 80, and that will not be relative. And click OK. And we need to duplicate that twice. So if I copy it and then paste it, we need to set the argument value back to 0. So let's go back to Control. We're going to set the variable argument to 0. Click not relative, click OK. Because basically what's going to happen here is once it creates 2 new meteors, it's going to reset to 0. So those 2 now need to be destroyed, and then 2 more will be created. So in other words, there's no end to this game, just a high score. Let's go ahead and do end block. And click OK. We'll do Command S to save. And let's test it one more time. See if I can blow up the 2 large meteors without getting killed first. One more, here it is. And 2 more just came out right as I died. Okay, that's it for this episode. We are going to do one more episode where we will add a title page with music. And if we have some time, we'll also see if we can add an enemy spaceship that'll shoot back at us, as well as the ability to shoot in multiple directions. So we have a little bit more to go on this build. Until next time.